Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. And we were reading from verses 62, 63 and 64 of chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, describing what happens to us when we give our powers to things that are outside us. When we proclaim this object has power over me. What does it make us do? What does it make what does it make us feel? How does it become a source of trouble? So we'll read again. 62. When a man thinks of the object's attachment to them arises. From attachment, desire is born. From desire, anger arises. From anger comes delusion. From delusion, loss of memory. From loss of memory, the destruction of discrimination. From the destruction of discrimination, he perishes. 64. But the self-controlled man, moving among the objects with the senses under restraint and free from attraction and repulsion, attains to peace. So we said, when I think of the object, meaning that the object has something that I am not already in possession of, that the object can change my situation for better or worse, can bring me pleasure or pain that I'm not already in possession of. And this is not to mean that we are not able to utilize objects. For instance, I buy a car. I want to get from one place to the other, and I say this car can take me from one place to the other. But when I say this car will make me happy, now here we are in a trouble, because attachment, very strong attachment. And what happens when the attachment comes? From attachment, desire is born, very natural. If I think something will make me happy, I want to have it. If I think something will make me miserable, I want to have it as far away from me as possible. Ideally to eliminate it, of course. So this is how desire is already starting to wreak havoc in us. And from desire, anger arises. So anger is nothing else but frustrated desires. We have a desire or many desires, they get frustrated. This is anger. Plain and simple. This is what yogis are teaching us. Swami Shivananda explains, assuming that this is an object we desire, then he endeavors his level best to obtain them, those objects of desire. When his desire is frustrated by some cause or other, anger arises in his mind. Anger is a frustrated desire. And as we know, yoga teaches us, desires will never be fully satisfied. Because yoga tells us to please the desire is like to pour ghee, the clarified butter, or we can say oil, it doesn't matter, on a fire. It just makes it stronger. So we wanted something, we got hold of it, it made us feel good. Now we want more. We get this little more, it makes us feel good again. Now we're already conditioned, we want it all the time. But if we actually get it all the time, most likely we'll be miserable. There is this classic analogy. You know, one little piece of chocolate, happiness. 2 pieces, happiness. 3 pieces, I don't know. 10 pieces, stomachache. So either way, yoga is showing us desires can never be fully satisfied, because whatever we are in possession of is subject to transformation. So either we transform or the thing transforms, and then the desire is once again not satisfied. Or something in the circumstances change. Again, we're not satisfied. Or we want more. There is already this sense of lacking. Desire is already not satisfied. So when we are in this realm of desires, we will forever be prone to anger. This is what this verse is telling us. And it's very, very important, because we think we can just do anger management by working, you know, on a very specific thing. Yes, we can reduce somewhat, maybe, but we will, according to this wisdom, always be prone to anger as long as we are in this realm of desires. And where does this come from? As long as we think that the objects have power over us. We give our power away to the objects which we consider to be outside us, which is avidya, spiritual ignorance. From desire, anger arises. What happens when we are angry? Our buttons are pushed. You know, sometimes when we come out of a fit of anger, we say, I don't know what came over me. We are out of control. And verse 63 describes to us what this out of control is. It says, from anger comes delusion. We completely lose grip of our reality. And it's not just the spiritual reality, of course, that too. We forget everything we studied about, you know, the nature of the self and all of this out the window. But we are also deluded about what's happening here and now. We are completely at loss as to the situation as it truly is. We are angry. Our buttons have been pushed, and afterwards we will think, I don't know what came over me. And before it gets better, and it will get better, it gets even worse. So to understand more the full phenomena, we will do a little bit more study of this verse in the next video. So please join us. Om Shanti.